Hey everybody, welcome back to Live Between Paychecks Kitchen. I'm Oz, Jack and Later, still Lake Jackson. This is coming from my little kitchen. This is going to be part of a recipe we did before. We added in some other stuff because people ask it and it's one of my favorite things. And I'm making it a lot of this week because I'm fat and I'm really simple. So this is going to be great. Before we get into it, make sure to like, share, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff, ring the little bell that's going to be down in that corner to get notifications when we do these as close to Tuesdays and Fridays as possible. Also, there's a link down in the doobly-doo for our merch. We got our aprons and fake hands and spoons and spatulas and flippers and all kind of stuff. Check that out. We're a small business. We very much appreciate it. And let's just get into it, man. This will be awesome. All right. Nice and simple one here today. It's only like 2 or 3 things. You're going to need some of this frozen sausage. Now, I get the Hatch chili stuff from HEB. It's really nice. You can use some of these, the frozen or microwavable stuff, but it's not the same as cooking it. Now, I get the big biscuits here. You don't have to get the flavor ones. You can use the little ones. That's fine, but these are 10 in here, and to cut up your sausage in any more than like 8 usually kind of stretches out a little bit. Work a little better with the microwave stuff. You want a little bit of butter or bacon grease you've been saving to kind of help your sausage along a little bit just to start it off with sometimes. All right, so first things first, make sure this is frozen. Ignore the thing I had a fight with my ring light there. So get you a nice sharp knife. Shout out to Andy. There you go. Usually these things will have a little line mark on them somewhere. I'm kind of surprised not to see them here. But they'll have a line that's just like so you can have uniform patties. But not just kind of guesstimate. I try to do these at about a 1/4 inch or so. Don't have to be perfect, man. And again, remember when you're cutting through this stuff, you might want to stop and rinse it with some warm water, just a blade to help it cut. See, like these are not universal, man. Like one's bigger than the other. Don't worry about it, unless you got nitpicky kids that are going to fight over who's got the biggest sausage patty or whatever. So I try to cut this down. Again, if your thing's starting to come up, remember it's like cutting up a human body or a pig carcass. The blade gets fouled, so you just put it with some hot water and it'll rinse that stuff out, make it easier to cut. But nice sharp knife, everything's frozen, you're good. Now, if it's not, just make patties out of it, man. If it's thawed, just pull it out of there. But I just try to cut it like that. It makes it easier to make it. Get you a decent sized pan. Put it about medium high. I put it on about a 6 out of I think it goes up to 9 on mine. So you put them up there. Let that start heating up. Now, this was non-stick, so it's not a big deal. So I'm not going to put any grease or anything in it. But make sure to pull that plastic off. Do not cook the plastic on the sausage, man. I've had complaints about that. Get you a cooking sheet or cookie sheet, depends on where you're from, and you're going to put your biscuits on here. Now, they say these things blow up. I think they don't pressurize them as much as they used to, especially with these bigger ones. But if you're jumpy or whatever, just know that it's coming. Just grab the paper and you're going to tear it off. That's what's going to keep it, and it tells you to use a spoon. That's what it's actually printed on it now, so I think that's why it's not as pressurized as much. You pull the paper off. Used to, you just barely pull the paper down, so it just blew up, plow, right in your face. Now, just get it on there, pop it, boom, pops open. That's all it is. It's not a Jack in the Box it used to be. These come out relatively good as long as they're cold, not frozen, but cold, and they separate. Now, you can get the ones that are flaky that we kind of have to argue with the layers, but just lay them out here, make sure they're not touching or they'll grow into one ginormous biscuit, and then put your oven on 375. I'm trying to remember my hand signals here. Let that start. Now, I don't preheat it. I have a problem with burning the bottom of my biscuits when I do that, so I just go ahead and as soon as I turn it on, I put them in here. Now, by the time it's preheated, we'll be able to flip them over. I'll show you that. So, yeah, 375, just to let you know. And then don't judge the bottom of the oven. And then I put this on the middle rack. Some people ask me where I put that kind of stuff, so put it in there. Got to get out my good ghost spatula. Ooh, ghosty spatula. It's late July. That means it's spooky time, whatever. Now, these are going to be frozen. Now, the bottom starts cooking. The tops are still solid here. That's fine. It keeps it from curling up. You don't get that bunch of curly sausage feel there. But if you start trying to move it and flip it and check it now, it's gonna like break apart and be stuck. Just let it keep cooking. If it's cooking too much and it's starting to brown, you hear it burning or whatever, check it again. Just turn it down. Now, I used to get these all the time from like the gas station, man. You get them in there and you microwave them and they're all wet on one side and super hard where it got overcooked and whatever. So this was always one of my go-to breakfast things, but learning to cook it myself, making them with fresh sausage and stuff, whatever. Oh, so much better than those little microwave ones. Now, once you get these in here cooking about 4 minutes or so, you'll notice that they're able to move around, that they're not stuck to anything anymore, and you can flip those over and let them cook. Now, you can smash that big one, put the bigger ones to the center of your skillet because they get more heat there, and they cook through the same as the skinnier stuff around the edges. You're not really mashing the flavor out, you just kind of mash them to make them all uniform and fit. So once you get them in there, you can flip them over after they've been sitting 4 minutes per side, and if they're not starting to brown, just go ahead and put them back in. So the oven ding said it was preheated. You see how nice and squishy and still raw the top of it is? Look how gorgeous and golden brown it is on the bottom. If you just leave them in there, the top, once the top starts looking like that, the bottom will be burnt. It'll be like super dark brown or black. So I just take them out, flip them out, Do the same thing on the other side. Do them for 4 to 5 minutes. You can pull them out and check them. Like, don't stick. Don't have to grease anything. And biscuits are easy that way. I learned that simple trick just being impatient and broke. So do that. So you get in here, they're starting to brown. Go ahead and flip them over to give them brown them on both sides. I've been around people that like to burn theirs as much as they burn their bacon, to where it is just crispy and crunchy all the way through, and that's just burnt meat, man. So just get it where it's decent browning all on both sides. Should take about 16 to 20 minutes at the most. You don't want it to cook too fast. After you've had your biscuits in there and preheated, and then another 4 minutes on the other side, perfect. That's how biscuits should look, man. Brown on both sides. So get your secret weapon, paper plate, or paper towel on a regular plate or a paper plate, and once those sausages are brown on both sides, go ahead and pull them off of there. All right, you can kill the heat, but you want to go ahead and pull those off and let some of that grease drip out. Now, these don't come with the centers cut out, man. You have to kind of find them yourself. You'll turn them and you can find a little seam, pull them open. Don't have to be perfect. It's cooking, man. It doesn't have to be perfect, it's just good enough, okay? So once you get them open, some of you people like using jellies. So the jellies I recommend are going over from Lady MacArthur's Fiery Fare. I get them out of the Texas Renaissance Festival. She does amazing like pepper jellies and stuff like that. Or believe me, trust me, get you some sweet mango chutney. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it works so good. So get you your butter knife. Rarely get to use your butter knife for actual things that aren't butter. So pull these out. Some people put butter in these and then put sausages on it, but I think that would make my heart stop. So go ahead, jelly, sausage, biscuit, done. I really enjoyed this the Hatch chili stuff. Now, if you don't like spicy stuff, don't get it. Just get the regular stuff. But it's a jalapeno pepper, man. It is a great pepper. HEB does a great thing every year, doing a big harvest from Hatch, Texas, or whatever they call them, Hatch chilies, which is really good. And this is the first time I've tried these, and this worked out really well. These work great for like meal prep. You want to cook them, whatever. Again, just get them sealed. They're bread, so you got to be careful about that. But that grease will stick to the bread and helps it when it heats back up. This is breakfast for 4-6 people, easy, depends on how big it is. These are big sausage patties, man. So yeah, you got to try this one out. Let me know how it goes. And there you have it, folks. How easy is that? Now, I'd love to try it with that microwave stuff that we showed in the small business, but I don't want to eat that, so we're going to do that with HEB. Shout out to them again. Give us a sponsorship. We love HEB stuff because we're in Texas and do a cooking show. But if you do it differently, or you want to see us do it differently, let me know. I'll revisit this, man. I want to try with some different types of biscuits and stuff. I'd love to make some handmade stuff, but A, I don't have the room, and B, I just don't have the knowledge. So that would be really cool. So let us know. Put it down in the comments. That's what they're there for. You can find us at Facebook, Pinterest, Patreon. You can find us at all those at Live Between Paychecks Kitchen. Also at Instagram. At Live Between, we had to shorten it down over there. You can find us at all those and tell us new ideas or how we did it wrong or how much you hated it, whatever. And you can also find me, Oswald Nerdy, on all those, including Twitter for now for nerd stuff, and over on TikTok, which I haven't really posted a lot, but I've been mad busy and sick, and my face has been all broke out. So I very much appreciate y'all following, giving us our stuff, watching this stuff, trying it out, sending me pictures when you do it, telling me that you've tried it or changed something or whatever. Thank you very much, and I will see y'all next time. Y'all be safe. Enjoy the food.